Stand aside, fella. We're burying a hero today.
Citation! Presenting authentic stories of heroism and gallantry taken from the histories of war.
What's he mean? What's this great bunch of men marching along this road today? Don't they know there's a battle still going on for Borneo?
They know, all right. But they know that they've lost one of the greatest battlers Australia's ever had.
This soldier they're taking to bury.
Yes, this soldier they're taking to bury. Diver Derrick, VC, DCM.
Victoria Cross and Distinguished Conduct Medal. Some man. And he's dead.
Yeah, Diver's dead. And he should be decorated again for the action that killed him, right here on Borneo.
VC and DCM. What a man. How does a man become a soldier like that?
Thomas Curry Derrick was one of 7 children born in South Australia. And as a lad of 17, when he first began fruit picking, he showed he had command over men. In 1939, in the shadow of war, he married the daughter of a regular soldier stationed at Largs in South Australia. And from his soldier father-in-law, he heard yarns of soldiering. And those tales started him thinking. Thomas Curry Derrick gave up the thinking for the grim reality when, in 1940, he joined the 2nd 48th Battalion of the 9th Division. And at his first taste of war, he found he enjoyed it. That was in the besieged town of Tobruk.
Hold your fire!
But, Corp, that Nazi's almost on us.
No!
Fair dinkum, Diver Derrick. You'll leave it too late one of these days. Those 2 stripes won't save you, know.
The joker that said wait till you see the whites of their eyes was talking sense. You wait your time in war, then hit, and hit hard.
And they waited out that time of bombardment in Tobruk. And then came the time to hit, and hit hard. It was at Tel El Isa on the early morning of the 10th of July, 1942, in that battle that was part of the prelude for El Alamein. Tel El Isa was there, the time for waiting was over, and now was the time to hit. Let's hit
him now! Come on! The machine gun nest in front, get down! And stay down like all you on!
What are you going to do, Diver?
Watch me! Come on, men! Come on!
Stone the crows. How's that Diver Derrick spawn? Knocked out 3 machine gun nests. Must be 100 or so Germans and night eyes coming up with their hands up. How's this form?
He was to show more of that same form later in the day at the Tel El Isa railway station, where the battle raged even more fiercely. And as dusk fell, the surrounding desert rocked and roared and crackled, and the flames stained the sand.
Tanks to the left. German tanks.
Come on, let's have a go at those tanks.
What with? 303 and a Bren?
No, these sticky bombs. Cover me, I'm going in.
You can't. German tanks and infantry, you've got no show.
Just watch. I'm going in there and I'm going to blow some of those tanks to pieces. Cover me. I'll get in now that it's dark. I'll get in all right.
And Sergeant Derrick did get in. The citation for his DCM, the 2nd highest military award for men in the ranks, said, Sergeant Derrick has frequently shown outstanding leadership in action. And during the attack on Tel El Isa in the early morning, by his own personal courage and leadership, attacked and captured 3 Fiat MG nests. He was personally responsible for the capture of 100 enemy by his cool determination, leading his men with great dash and bravery. Later that same night, in a counterattack on enemy tanks and infantry at Tel El Isa railway station, he was outstanding in fighting qualities. he attacked 2 German tanks with sticky bombs, damaging both, and was a great factor in the successful counterattack which restored the station to our forces. He always proved himself a fine leader, a brave soldier, inspiring to his men. But the greater praise was to come later, to come after the 9th Division left the desert, changed from khaki to green, and went into the dank, dripping jungle, into the steaming green battlefield where the enemy was cunning, tenacious, and determined.
Listen. New noise. What is it, Diver?
Just be satisfied it's a change from the frogs and dripping sounds that we've heard ever since we came ashore in New Guinea at Scarlet Beach.
I know what it sounds like to me.
I can guess. Especially since it's only 5 months since we've been out of the desert where the place was lousy with them.
Tanks. Tanks in the jungle. Tanks in New Guinea.
Yeah, there's been tanks in this jungle country before. Jap tanks.
Our guns opening up. Must be something on.
I'd have a guess at what's on. I said those guns are covering the advance of our tanks. Maybe the Japs aren't supposed to know they're here.
Could be. I don't know why.
Nor do I. But they do tell me our next objective is likely to be a tough baby.
Now, you listen to the grapevine, you can hear anything. What does the grapevine say our next objective is, Diver?
A piece of high ground named Saddleburg.
So, there you have it, gentlemen. A tough one coming up. Now, I'll run over it again because we want no mistakes on this one. This is a vital battle that lies ahead of us. You can see it plainly enough here on the map. Those Lutheran missionaries knew how to choose a natural fortress when they put their mission up on that peak they named Saddleburg. It commands a tough, rough approach. As I said earlier, gentlemen, a tough one coming up. Any questions?
Aircraft support, sir.
I may as well say no. This objective calls for neutralizing by a massed air assault. At the best, we'll have occasional aircraft on call, nothing to rely on. Any more questions?
The artillery, sir?
Well, the same applies to the guns as the aircraft. Our guns aren't going to be much use to us in the assault on Saddleburg. The bayonet and the grenade are what we'll need. And, of course, the ace we have up our sleeves. The Matilda tanks we smuggled into position a week ago. But fundamentally, gentlemen, the grenade, Owen gun, and the bayonet. All right, let's get down to details of the plan. Our approach to the peak at Saddleburg is through this dense bamboo thicket.
I'll wait for this, and we're still not there. Look at those cliffs up there. Honeycombed with Japs. Japs with guns, machine guns, mortars, rifles, grenades. They've just got to bowl the grenades down on us. 150 yards up there. Might as well be 150 miles away.
Hey, you, soldier! Oh, it's you, Jack. Where's Sergeant Derrick?
Across there on the edge of that open ground, sir.
Thanks. I want to talk to him. Sergeant Derrick! Sergeant!
Sir?
We're doing no good here, Sergeant. Those Japs up there have us where they want us. Wait for dark and then pull your men out.
Sir, sir, I have a plan.
So have I. Pull out under cover of darkness before your platoon is wiped out.
Another 20 minutes. That's all I want, sir. Just 20 minutes and I'll open the door to Saddleburg for you. 20 minutes. So the company commander's given us this last chance to take this objective. So we're going in. And this time we're going to get there.
Okay, first wait.
Good.
You say, Sergeant.
Now let's take it.
And Sergeant Thomas Curry Derrick, on that 23rd day of November, 1943, added the Victoria Cross to his DCM. The citation tells graphically the way Sergeant Derrick moved ahead with his forward section, blasting enemy posts with grenades, ordering his second section to the right flank. And when that section came under heavy fire from machine guns and grenades from at least 6 enemy posts, he showed his true colors.
He's done it! He's done it! Diver Derrick has done it again. The Japs are running!
The citation says he so demoralized the enemy that they fled, leaving weapons and grenades. By this action alone, the company was able to gain its first foothold on the precipitous ground. Not content with the work already done, he returned to the first section and, together with the third section, advanced to deal with the 3 remaining posts in the area. On 4 separate occasions, he dashed forward and threw grenades at the range of 6 to 8 yards until those positions were finally silenced. In all, Sergeant Derrick had reduced 10 enemy posts.
There goes Diver Derrick, climbing up what's left of that tree to tie the Australian flag on top of Saddleberg. Good on you, Diver, you earned it!
His outstanding gallantry and thoroughness were an inspiration. This was a conspicuous example of fearless devotion to duty. And a year later, after being commissioned, he went into action for the last time. It was on Borneo, and the enemy held an important ridge.
U-6 Bren gunners line up there. Now get closer. Almost shoulder to shoulder, and we're going in. Take any target of opportunity. Let's go.
Still the same old Diver Derrick, fighting like a machine, always up front, giving him a burst, urging our blokes on. Look at him standing there, exposed to fire. Now, there's another gong in this for him. It's Diver! Diver!
It was at 3 a.m. that Lieutenant Derrick was cut down by enemy gunfire. Desperately wounded in the body and legs, he set up and organized the resistance, gave the orders which repulsed the enemy attack, then lay back to wait for dawn and for the stretcher they hoped would get through by then. As he waited, he said, "We lost good men getting that hill. Don't pull out now. Tell my wife I went down fighting. It's curtains for me, but I'm happy." Citation. These stories are authentic. The program is produced at AWA by Donald Crosby for Army Public Relations.